Hey there, Marion Elementary students. Mr. Davis back here with you, and we're going to continue our math lessons on shapes. Yesterday, we talked about 4 different types of shapes. We talked about the triangle, the square, the rectangle, and the pentagon. Today, we're going to do a 5th shape that we are going to talk about, and it is called the hexagon. So on our paper, I want you to write the word hexagon. If you need to get a new piece of paper, that's fine. Hexagon is spelled Hexagon. Hexagon. And a hexagon has 6 sides. All right. So the way we draw a hexagon, we're going to start with a triangular shape at the top. Then I'm going to come down straight on the other side, and then straight down on the second side. And then I'm going to connect it with another triangular shape at the bottom. And so when you think about that, we have the word hexagon, and we have the shape there, just like this. So we have that there. So when we look at that, we're going to talk about the number of sides that a hexagon has. If you remember when I said a hexagon has 6 sides, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So underneath our word hexagon, we're going to write the number 6, and we're going to talk about sides there. Very good. All right. With that being said, let's think about our vertices. Remember, our vertices is the point at where 2 lines come together to form an angle. So if you think about that, we have 6 sides. So how many angles or vertices do we think we will have for a 6-sided figure? If you said 6, you're correct. So when we think about that, we've got 6 vertices. So I'm going to write the word 6 or the number 6, and then the word vertices, vertices. And if you look there, you can see where I have identified our 6 vertices. So go ahead and make that on your paper as well. Now we're going to think about the number of faces. Okay, we know that this is a 2-dimensional flat shape. So how many faces will our hexagon have? If you said 1, you are correct. Very good. So underneath there, I'm going to put the number 1, and I'm going to write the word face, F-A-C-E. So we have 1 face. All right, so I'll continue with that there. These shapes are all called regular polygons, and that means that they all have a standard form and that you can look at it there. Today we're going to talk about a little bit about irregular polygons. So I want you to take a moment and think about irregular. The word irregular means not the same, okay? So when we think about it, I'm going to draw a shape here, and we're going to try to identify what we think the shape is. So I'm drawing my shape here for us to use. And this fits into our polygon because it is a closed figure. So when I look there, that's a different kind of shape. But it fits into one of those categories that we have there. Okay, so when we think about that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. What did we say a 4-sided figure was? We know a square and a triangle. I mean, not a triangle. Lord, Mr. Davis is losing his mind today. A square and a rectangle are both 4-sided figures. And those are regular polygons, but this is an irregular polygon. Well, it still fits into that category because remember we talked about how a square and a rectangle are both parts called quadrilaterals. So we're going to look at that. We're going to say Quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals. That's a big word there. Quadrilaterals. And we know that quadrilaterals have 4 sides because we just counted that one. We counted our sides. So how many vertices does our quadrilateral have? Okay, we know that it had 4 sides. So what do you think it has there? If you said 4, you are correct. You've got 4 vertices. I'm going to write the number 4. Vertices. Vertices. And you can see here where I have identified my 4 vertices. It's the points where two lines come together to form an angle or a point. Very good. I'll give you a minute to get that written down there. All right. And how many faces does that one have? 1. You are correct. We have 1 face because that is a 2-dimensional flat shape. All right. Very good. Next, I'm going to put up a sheet that has several different shapes on it. And I want you to look at the shapes and you're going to decide, is it a quadrilateral, which can be any 4-sided figure, which also includes square and rectangles, whether it's a pentagon, a hexagon, or a triangle. Also, you're going to make sure that you look and see, is it a closed figure? Because for it to be a polygon, it has to be a closed figure. So I'm going to put up a sheet here in just a second, and we're going to look at those and talk about those together. So just hold on one moment. Hello there, Marion Elementary students. Back with you here, and this is our sheet that has our different shapes on it. So I want you to take a moment, and what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a few moments after I give you your directions. I want you to pause the video and to figure out what each of the shapes are. Then unpause the video, and we will go over the shapes together. So you're going to begin by looking at them, and you're trying to classify whether they meet the polygon of a triangle, a quadrilateral, which is a same as or relates to the square, and the rectangle. It's a pentagon or a hexagon. Also remember that to be a polygon, it has to be a closed figure shape. So I want you to go ahead and take this moment and pause the video and decide on which of these is in those categories. All right, students, I believe you probably have had time now to complete this, and you have unpaused the video. So we're going to look at the shape starting in the upper left-hand corner, and we're going to go down the columns. So when we look here, I have a figure that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So that means it has how many vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we know that this is a hexagon. That's correct if you said hexagon. Going below that one now, I look here, I have 1, 2, 3 sides. I have 1, 2, 3 vertices. So we know that this fits into the category of a triangle. Very good. Below that, I have this. We'll start here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. And we'll start here with our vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. So we know that this fits into what category? That's correct, pentagon. And the last one in this column, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. So this one is considered a quadrilateral, and this is most like our shape of a rectangle. Very good. So let's start on the second column at the top. We have, let's zoom back in there a little bit. All right. There we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. So once again, we know that is a pentagon. Very good. The second one in this column, we have sides of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once again, we have another what there? That's correct, a pentagon. When we look at this third shape in this column, we have 1, 2, 3 sides. We have 1, 2, 3 vertices. So which category does that fit into? If you said triangle, that is correct. Very good. Our final one in this column, let's look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So let's count our vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 vertices. So which is this one? That's right. If you said hexagon. Very good. Now our third column, starting at the top, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. So we know that this fits into what category? That's right, quadrilaterals. And we know that it has 4 sides that look most likely that they're equal in length. So this one probably would be closest to a square. Very good. Our next one, when we look here at our shape, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, but we have this gap here. So that tells us this is not a polygon because it is not a closed figure. Very good. Let's look at our next one down here. We have 1, 2, 3 sides there, but once again, we have an open space. So that tells us this is not a polygon because it is not closed figure. Very good. And our final one, I have sides of 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. So that fits into the category of a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 vertices. I hope that you've enjoyed this activity, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great afternoon. Bye.